before I get into this video, I just want to put it out there. I'm not complaining. I'm not making excuses. I'm putting this out there because I know there's a lot of people out there that probably struggle with their own issues. Okay. And as struggling with those issues, I want to make it clear, do not let those issues stop you. I want to put this out as a positive encouragement to push past your issues. One, I'm diabetic. Two, I'm putting out the other issue in this video, and I'm not letting it stop me. I'm going to keep pushing. I'm not going to quit. I'm not going to give up, and I'm going to keep right on moving towards my goals. That's why I'm doing this. Take it for what you will. On with it. I'm already winded as hell after this bit of climb. Made it most of the way up and ran out of steam. So everybody has their struggles. I don't talk about mine a whole lot. I do with the diabetes. That's just something to manage. Make sure I have something to eat, glucose tabs with me. Really not a huge deal. The other side of things is, for lack of better terms, an exercise-induced asthma. It makes it very hard for me to maintain my breath under heavier exertion, and also makes it harder for me to catch my breath. It takes longer. So I know you follow me on Strava, look at my climb times. I mean, not to make excuses, but a lot of that is me stopping up the climbs or granny gearing up or granny gearing and stopping. If I still have it in me on an uphill like here, I'll try to keep moving, at least get off and hike a bike. I've been at this for well over a year now. My cardio has improved a lot. I don't want to take away from that, but as part of one of the struggles that I deal with, try to push through. I don't let it stop me from doing what I love, doing what I enjoy, but it adds a degree of challenge to it. I mean, I'm a few pounds overweight already. My cardio is not great, and I got that crap on top of it. It makes climbing hell for me, but you got to go up to go down. And the more I do it, the easier it seems to get. I still have to, deal with stopping and catching my breath, which is okay. But the shorter uphills, I found now I'm able to really pound up them, catch my breath at the top, whereas before I couldn't do them at all. But my breath runs out. I can't catch my breath, and I'm really sucking wind long before my legs are tired. And that's frustrating. It's frustrating at times, but I keep with it. Going up the mountain. It's all right, I'm still out here. My health is such, it still allows me to do what I love. I've dealt with this for quite a few years now. I was never a runner, never a huge cardio buff. I did mountain biking in college, and of course I was a lot lighter then. I still struggled to keep up some, but when I really noticed it, when all my peers in the Army were outrunning me, a lot of my leadership thought I was just bullshitting, maybe thought I was, I don't know, trying to get kicked out or whatever they thought, and they thought I wasn't giving effort. Any of my former leadership are tracking these videos or following me at all, wholeheartedly, I gave it my everything then. I just ran out of breath, and I would slow down and start walking, get yelled at for walking. Man, I was just trying to catch my breath. And I always struggled with the run times. I could max my push-ups, sit-ups. Man, a run killed me. I would pass it once and fail it 3 times, and there was no consistency. If it was more humid, if it was colder day out, not chilly like today, but really cold, my times dropped a lot because that cold air, it punctured my lungs, and it just took the breath right out of me. It felt like I was breathing through a wet washcloth or something. And I struggle with that. I gave it everything I could. I gave it everything I could to the point of breaking myself at times and causing injury, because I kept trying to push through and run because I wanted to prove to everybody that I could do it. And to this day, I'm somewhat ashamed of that fact that I struggled with that. As you see, I mean, I'm still out here. I'm still doing. I don't run much anymore. I did a 5K after the Army. I ran it like a tortoise stomping through peanut butter, slow. I think somewhere around 30 minutes, but I did it just to prove I could do it. I'm out here just to do it. I talked about, to climb times, and I like trying to get some downhill segment times, especially now that I have a decent bike to get it, but I'm not worried about the climbing times. Some of these guys, man, are mad fast. I can't compete with some of these young bucks or even some of the guys my age. I can't compete with that. I accept that, and I try to excel where I can. I get up the hill and I try to bomb down it. I better keep moving. I just want to finish up here, add a few things on. I know I talked a little bit about my time in the Army, and you are treated differently when you struggle with running. Okay, I had a lot of really good leadership. I wanted to mention that now because I didn't mention it while I was up on the mountain. I had my share of both good and bad leadership. I had leaders that truly cared. They tried to help me. They worked with me on my running form, which was terrible. I had one leader, Sergeant First Class, that was at my last duty station, that he was working with me on this. He was truly trying to help me, even though he knew I had no intent of staying in. I didn't give a shit at that point, but he was truly trying to work with me and help me. And he said to me about, you're seriously still catching your breath from doing those sprints or running that lap or whatever we were doing at the track that day. Roger, Sergeant, this is normal for me. He's like, well, that's as much as you condition yourself and as much as I've seen you push yourself and run, that's not normal. As it turns out, there was certain underlying conditions. They gave me an inhaler, and I don't feel it really did that much for me. I have even medications now for in the morning. It's like this twist thing, inhale. I forget the name of the medicine, but I really don't feel that it helps me that much. I still do it because it's prescribed to me and supposed to help me, and maybe there's some placebo effect to it that I don't believe it's going to help me. I don't know, but I just wanted to wrap on that it wasn't all negative being in the Army. You're definitely treated differently, but man, I had a lot of great leadership and a lot of great people, but it's those few negative ones that really stay with you. And with that, I really debated on opening up on this or not. Decided to go ahead and put it out there. Maybe it can serve to encourage somebody that's dealing with some kind of struggle, some kind of limitation, something holding them back. It might hold you back a little bit, but you know what? Don't let it stop you. Keep pushing forward. Keep pushing through that. So that's all I have for today's video. If you enjoyed it, hit the like button. I know there might be some debate on this, so hit the comments up below. You won't hurt my feelings. And as always, subscribe. Notification bell, hit it so you know you're getting the most recent videos I'm putting out. We'll see you on here next time. Take care.